Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Samuel.
And I'm Amanda.
And this is the Samuel and Amanda Show, where we talk about
money, marriage, and life.
So, I don't know what you've been up to this week, but I hope you've had a fabulous week. Also, I really think you should smash the like button. Me and Amanda do videos every single week. I do a video every single day. I've noticed myself though, Amanda, when I'm watching other people's channels, I almost feel like if I like the video, by me liking the video, I've kind of lost something myself.
Really?
Like, almost like you're giving money or something. There's only so many likes you can give.
You're joking.
So I kind of find myself sparingly giving likes. So I think, sometimes I'll go, that was a good video there. I like this guy, I like this channel. And I'll go, let me just see if it's...
I don't think so. Are you sure? I think other people do that, but that's really. But
I've learned that it's actually completely stupid to think like that, because actually
free.
It's free. It doesn't cost anything to like a video. So guys, on that note, if you hit like, you really haven't lost anything. In fact, it just means you're coming more of a position of abundance, and you can like every single video. We'd really appreciate that. And what have you been up to this week?
This week's been cool. I didn't tell you this, but this morning I weighed myself. So if you've been watching our podcast, these videos for a while, you know that I've been trying to lose my baby weight.
Yeah.
And I'm now 2.5 pounds away from hitting my first goal, and that will be a stone. So I'm nearly there, so that's really good. So that's my first interim goal.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I've been really productive this week. I know you find this sort of stuff boring, but I find it exciting. But I cleared out the whole office. I shredded so much paperwork that we had.
That always scares me though when you say you've shredded stuff.
Yeah,
like, what's
I shredded.
the reason to have to shred
Well,
it?
because it's confidential. There's lots and lots of stuff. Bought some files from Amazon, like organised everything. Really like perfect adulting and like, you know, productiveness. So I feel really proud. I feel like I've achieved a lot this week.
And I've had a pretty much stay-at-home week. I've just been I've been in so many events and viewing properties and driving all around the country. I decided to just shut myself away for a week and deal with emails, catching up, having some thinking time, and also watching some TV.
Oh yeah.
People think that millionaires get up every morning at 5 AM and never watch anything on the TV. In fact, I don't really watch TV so much, but we do watch Netflix a little bit.
Yeah,
don't
we do.
It's like a bit of a chill out kind of thing. So it's been quite chilled. I'm in rest mode right now. Also, we're looking so bright.
I know. I don't know what's changed today, but the cameras, it's just like, yeah.
I don't know if it's good or not.
Do you like the new look? Yes or no?
I look like a snowman. My eyes are very blue. So yes, that's what we've been doing. So this week we're going to be taking your questions, and we're going to be answering your questions around money, marriage, or life. So go ahead and ask anything you wanted to know about me, about Amanda, no matter how personal it might be. Ask away. What kind of questions would you ask if you were there?
Well, whatever you think you want to ask. Like, if you want to get to know us a bit more, you might ask, like, I don't know, what's our favourite kind of music? Where do we like to go on holiday? What books would we recommend? I don't know. What restaurants, what series, TV series we'd recommend? What do we like to watch? And
while you are asking away in the comments, I'm going to ask Amanda some of my own questions, and feel free, Amanda, you can ask me stuff as well.
Oh,
but I want to know, in the news, some things that have been going on in the news. I know we try and keep the Saturday podcast away from property, but I'm really interested in your opinion on this. And that is, they are talking about banning buying a second home for in fact, let me get the news article. Do you know when people buy properties in holiday areas?
Yeah.
They're talking about banning that because they're saying that it's ruining some villages. Because lots of millionaires, like when we went to Sandbanks, and all these millionaires have got all these empty houses that they have as their second home, but don't really go there.
Right.
It's ruining the community. It's ruining. So the councils are talking about potentially banning second homes. This is breaking news. It just came out today. Wow. I don't know what you think about that.
Well, I just think that's crazy because, I mean, maybe just thinking from our perspective, if we did have a holiday home somewhere, most people now rent their homes out on Airbnb, which would bring tourists and more people to the area anyway. So I can't see why that would be an issue.
Another thing that they're saying there as well is that it's pushing the price up really high, because all these poor villagers that actually live there are getting priced out by second home holiday makers, London millionaires.
Well, it's a shame. That's a shame, but I don't get why people should be penalised. Like, if you happen to have enough money to buy a second home, like why should you not be allowed that? I just...
Ministers preparing crackdown on second homes and could give councils free rein to ban outsiders from new properties.
That seems so strange. I just don't understand, like, the rationale or the thinking behind it.
Yeah.
I disagree with it.
Yeah, well, that's that then. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Some of the comments on the Daily Mail are, someone said, ask yourself how many MPs have a second home.
It's a good question.
Need all those extra houses for our Afghan friends. I can understand it a little bit from the villager's point of view. Imagine that you grew up in a village. Your parents lived there, your grandparents lived there, and suddenly both sides of your neighbours, the house is just empty.
But is the house taken care of? Yes. So what's the issue?
It's true.
If it's like, if you're living next door to a property that's just coming to like rack and ruin and no one's looking after it, that's a different issue. But just because someone who doesn't happen to live in your area full-time bought your house, I don't see why that should be a problem to you.
It will push the prices up though, with lots of people, but then that's kind of what happens when you live in a beautiful area with the sea.
Yeah, I know. It just is what it is. I don't think it'll ever change. It's just like when people that are born and bred in London complain about that sort of thing. It's just like, well, it just is what it is. Like, complaining about it isn't going to change it.
Okay. Talking of complaining about stuff, next news story. Today, a few hours ago, got the most popular comment on an I'm Just Bait video.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Highlight of my week.
I can't believe it. He had like over
10,000.
Yeah, I know.
10,000 people liked my comment, which is more likes than probably I get on all of my YouTube videos put together over an entire month.
It's crazy, yeah.
A lot. 10,000 people liked my comment. So the comment was about someone complaining. You don't like complainers, do you?
No, I don't.
It was someone complaining about the Logan Paul situation. Why don't you just talk a little bit about what happened? The guy asking for a job and...
Basically, a guy quit his job, flew over to LA, and then he snuck into an event and he wanted to speak to Logan Paul. And then he goes up to Logan Paul and he says, look, I've quit my job. I'm basically looking for a job. Can you give me a break? I want to work for you. And Logan's just like, look, mate, I'm not the guy. And then the guy's like, oh, I need a mentor. And then he's like, look, Logan's like, I need a mentor. Like, I'm not in the position to be that person to you right now. And then he just gives him some sound business advice, life advice. And then he just wishes him all the best. And then he's like, I need to go. I don't think that he was rude. I think that he was actually quite nice.
It's the newspaper headlines, though, aren't they? They're like, oh, Logan Paul crushed this young man's dreams. And
I know.
It's like, did he really? This is what I said. This was my popular comment. It's actually had 10,500 now. And counting.
Wow.
I just said, Logan was very nice to him and offered good advice. He is suffering a little from entitlement. Nobody owes him anything. And I'm talking about the guy that was going crazy. He was crying.
Yeah,
He was saying, but I've left my job, though, to come and work for you. And Logan was just like, well, no one asked you to do that.
I know. It's really, really strange. But I almost feel like the guy just made the video just for attention. Because at the beginning of the video, he's like crying and he's all upset. But I don't even understand why he's crying. And trust me, I get emotional, so I can understand when I get when you get emotional and you start crying. But this guy was crying. I feel like he just had no reason to be crying. It was just like.
Do you think it kind of links though to the last story we were talking about entitlement? It's almost like you can't come and have a second home in my village. This is my village, and this is mine. It's almost like the sense of almost like you own every house in the village. You don't. You own your house.
Yeah.
Or entitlement to you owe me a job because It's like. Really?
Yeah, no.
You know, I think entitlement is really the thing that will keep people poor. So, you know, love to know what you think. In fact, we'll play the Logan Paul clip right now, and then you can comment on your thoughts below in the comment box.
Before I approached him, he was bragging about making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year. I'm 22. I do make $100,000. That's cool, and I want to act. I want to do these things. able to break that.
Go make content, do stuff with your friends. I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
I'm
The
not,
media.
but I'm not the guy directly.
You
Right?
you're the guy.
No,
You're the
bro,
guy.
no, bro. My team is this. Relax, bro. Relax. I'm not the guy. Like life isn't about handouts. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm
you
not
gotta
trying to
work.
get a handout. I'm not trying to get
What
a
are you
handout.
trying to do?
I'm trying to work hard for a little money. No money. I don't know. I can get a job somewhere else. All I want to move to LA, and I want to be able to be part of that.
Look, I have to go. If you really are serious about it, bro,
serious.
you should move to LA and just like you approached me, start making connections with every single person
I will.
in LA. I'm serious. That's
I will.
it. I've always said this. If you're charismatic and you can.
It is now time to answer some questions from the subscribers. So, I've picked a few questions. Comment your questions below, but in the meantime, we have got, somebody has asked, would we ever buy where we live? And I think the reason that's been asked is because I'm very vocal about the fact that it makes more sense to rent where you live and then rent out what you own. Why don't you just talk a little bit about that and then maybe touch on whether we ever would buy and what the rationale behind that would be?
Okay, well, what we do is that we have lots of property and then we can just rent wherever we want. We don't want to be tied down anywhere at the moment. We're kind of just open to living wherever we want to live. I feel like we're quite young. If we think we want to move here, we want to be able to just do it without being tied to anywhere. But I think in the future, we probably will buy a forever home or maybe even build, who knows. But I think we're not opposed to it. I think at some point we will, but I just don't see the point in taking all that capital and then tying it up in a house that we're going to be living in.
What were the reasons that we would do it though? Because at some point we probably will.
Yeah, so when the kids are going to school, saying we found an area that we love and we know that we're going to be staying there for a long, long time.
For me, I would only buy a house to live in if that investment, if it was almost like sofa change, you know, money down the side of the sofa. Like, what I'm against is people, well, not against it, but I'm against it for us, is starting out in life and spending all of your time and energy to try and raise a deposit to buy a house to live in and then get that mortgage paid off as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, you're working in a job, you don't own any assets. The house that you live in is not an asset, it doesn't pay you any money, it's a liability. However, if you've got loads of assets and you're making lots of money and then you think, oh, I fancy buying a house to live in, that's no problem, but just accept that it's not a good commercial decision and just make sure that it doesn't hurt you to do it. It's just like, you don't even miss the money. Then maybe consider buying. Makes sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, got a question from Megan. Megan Dawson. She says, I was wondering if you could help me out. It's my boyfriend's 21st birthday next week, and I was wondering if you could do him a video birthday message. His name is Sam Collier. No, I'm not prepared to do a shout out, boy. I'm just kidding. She's actually done a pic. She sent me a picture of me and Sam, and I actually know this dude. I remember meeting him at least one occasion. Here is Sam Collier, whose birthday it is next week. So Sam, massive congratulations for meeting me and taking a picture. But even more so for having your 21st birthday coming up next week. You know, big respect. Hope to see you again real soon. And maybe you'll be sat on this sofa in a couple of years and we'll be discussing your Winners on a Wednesday story. I look forward to that. But have a wonderful birthday and much love and God bless to you and to Megan. Did you want to add anything to that?
Happy birthday, Sam. Hope you have a good one.
Okay, Amanda, why did you not get the Tesla? I am very disappointed. I love Tesla.
Sorry. I just don't like how they look like a spaceship. They just don't look like a normal car. And I say normal, but yeah, I just didn't fancy the look of it. But maybe in the future I will, but I'm really happy with my Mercedes, so.
Another one, his wife, that means Amanda, his wife looked pissed when he called his camera lady beautiful.
Oh really? When was this?
That was just a comment.
Which video is that on?
Do you want to see it?
Show the receipts.
Alright, I'll show you the video. This is it.
That sounds really strange.
Here we go.
They would have been talking about Amelia as well, and I love Amelia.
So we're here sat down on the sofa about to collect the rent-to-rent keys. The beautiful lady Sarah, who's got a great voice but hasn't got a makeup on, so doesn't want to be on the camera, has just been...
I don't think I look pissed off. I don't understand.
I think it was just the way your eyes went. You continued the smile, but your eyes just like looked a bit...
So we're here sat down on the sofa about to collect the rent-to-rent keys. The beautiful lady Sarah, who's got a great voice but hasn't got a makeup on.
I don't even remember. I don't even know who we're talking about. But no, I don't think I was.
You
pissed.
can safely say you weren't pissed off.
I wasn't pissed off. I don't remember being pissed off.
Because I wasn't actually talking about the camera lady. I was talking about me and Amanda secured a rent-to-rent, and the lady who gave us the rent-to-rent, I wanted to do a video about it because I film everything that I do, and she didn't want me to film, so I said I'll keep you out of it. But then as I was talking to her, I thought she might think that the audience assume that she's really ugly because she doesn't want to be on camera. So I was like, oh, the beautiful lady that just gave us the rent-to-rent who doesn't want to be on camera right now because she's not got any makeup on. But when I said the beautiful lady, Amanda's eyes just kind of went like this.
I don't even think they did, but interesting observation there.
People really read into stuff though.
I know, yeah.
The beautiful. We watched. I think, didn't we recently, about is it bad to call people not beautiful? Like darling, love, dear. Is it patronising? Is it bad?
When you go somewhere and they call the men sir and the women darling, then I think, hold on a minute, if you're going to be nice and respectful to him, why not call me madam? If he's sir, then I must be madam. Surely that's only equitable.
I must tell you this now, and I go shopping a great deal. I have never heard somebody say, hello sir, hello darling. Are you talking tripe? You're making it as you're going along.
You're from the north of the country.
I'm from the north, and everyone says like, hiya pet, hiya love.
No, I
don't find it offensive at all, but apparently some women do.
So you probably didn't even think I was being flirtatious or anything? Because,
no,
you know, it's just, it's kind of a northern thing. I don't really do it these days. I think, especially if I'm like in a professional setting, I don't think I'd call somebody dear or love, or unless I knew them quite well, I would call them, actually I don't know what I would call them. I would call them you.
Hey,
or you. No, because who was the lady? She was saying, oh, why is it that people call me love all the time, but then a man will get called sir?
Yeah, and it's like, the person that would call someone sir is not the same person that would call someone love. I just don't think so. It's just not.
That's true. Case. Yeah, that's true. Again, let us know in the comments, is it offensive to call somebody dear, darling, love? Is that offensive, or is it just northern? Anyway, drop your comments below, drop your thoughts below. We're going to be back next week. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I hope you enjoyed this little conversation. And don't forget to hit the like button. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to like the video, so do it now. What the heck? It's free. And subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.